Hello. Good day. Good day. So I've tried 2 times today to make something, or at least film something. Film me making something even. Both times I've been unhappy with pretty much the whole video. First time was making a kopesh, which is Egyptian. Really fancy looking, so it's delicious. Second time was actually was a custom lightsaber. I was gonna make my own lightsaber, but the way I did it, and this is past video, but it doesn't really matter. The way I did it was so cack that I didn't even bother putting it out. So now I'm just gonna make something. Don't really know what to call it, but I'm gonna kind of name it a gateway. I'm kind of playing off Hellboy a little bit. Just because I'm just kind of unsure of what to do now, which is annoying. It's not annoying. It's just kind of now a ball ache. Which is, I can't really say it's a ball ache. Just because it's just how it's been going. I'm gonna put up two, so I'm kind of just gonna play this by ear. To be honest, I'm gonna be champing a lot of stuff, so I'm gonna put 3 rings in it. By the way, 3 or 2. I don't really know because I don't really know how a gyroscope works. I'll model the rings now and just see what happens. See what happens afterwards. That's better with poly. So I'm gonna probably make the rings quite technically ornate. Maybe I'm not really too fussed. Hit them, loop them, or ring them, whatever. Control I. So now I got that. Alright, let's chamfer these in. First, to be honest, if all else fails on this, I'll just make I'll make a Stargate, bugger it. If making a gateway fails, I'll make a Stargate instead. But I want this kind of technical, so I kind of want to get all these. Let's inset this by a small amount. Let's bevel it. Nope. Don't like the idea of it. Let's bevel it. Notes. Gonna have to really keep an eye on this though. That's fine. Because I don't want it to go through each other. I just want a nice bow inwards like that. I'm obviously going to take this off shaded. I'll put it on shaded even. I'm going to press F4, and that's just so I can see the lines. So I can see where I am. So I'm getting up to some weird, not weird, but some annoying points during making things now, which I have to address. That I'm getting up to the point where I can't figure out what to make anymore. So I need suggestions in the comments, please, if you do. If you don't mind, it would be quite appreciated. Local. if anything, I suppose this will start to look good by itself, but, you know, I'm going to actually get a text is what I'm going to do right there. And I'm going to sneeze as well. Jesus, I apologise. But I have a cold, so it seems. Yay. Oh, thank you, 3, for offering me free cash back on nothing I spent on. Bye-bye. I have the Cabinet of Curiosities book by Guillermo del Toro. And I might see if I can actually find the gate. Yes, this is really surreal, isn't it? I'm looking at books. So we've got Hellboy 133. If you do have a chance to buy books, buy this one, because it is good. Okay, this is a good book. It's a fantastic read, actually. It's all about Hellboy, nothing about the. I wish you just have the art of Hellboy as opposed to anything. But you know, I'll just play it by ear. And if it doesn't work out, then hey, bugger it. It's fine. So there's that now, which is good. Good golden. So I'm going to actually put some stuff. And stuff's always good to look at. Don't know what stuff to put on actually. Let's Google it, because I have Google open. Oh, it doesn't really say much. Apart from the doorway in Hellboy 2, which is still a good film. Tooth Fairies are terrifying. You know I can't get much, so I think I'll just see if I can eyeball it. Of course I want to make a small version, so let's shift and bring in. And let's press E, let's rotate it a bit. Just like that. Because this would be that way, and it'll be spinning. And this will be spinning that way. Like that, and this will be spinning that way like that. It's really an odd time. If anything, I think that's pretty cool by itself. But for now, let's just close that. What can we add? Can we add to this? Jesus Christ, dog. That's coming across really loudly on the capture. Fantastic. Thank you, you little bastard. Teapot! Sorry. Why is it that way? It's a Taurus. What's a donut? Right. Woo! Seems to be that dogs are having a fight at the background. Ooh, whoops. Whoopsies. Let's add some technology, shall we? That bloody dog. See, I like dogs and everything. Not all the time. And these can then, if I actually get both of them, center them. It's kind of centered, isn't it? Yeah, I'd say that's centered. And now what we can do is we can attach them together, which is what I always like to do, really. Just make them out of polys and attach them. I want to chamfer these down as well, or at least let's just bring them in a bit. Now we can poly and attach them. These will get chamfered as well if we highlight these, as well as the inner ones. Loop them. Now we can chamfer them down, not by 1, because that's ridiculously too much. By 0.16 now. Let's add another thing. No, I think that's too donutty. I want a bit mechanical. So now we have that. Let's get this pivot point to the middle. But first, let's also make sure that this is in the middle, which it's not. But it's not by much. Let's actually smack this shit back on like that. And let's move it back in. Jesus, that was that far away, was it? Like that. It's not gonna. I like the frequent times that I have to untick that just to make sure I can get these in the middle. It's a fun time. Didn't know how many I need. Only know that by clicking. Maybe that seems to have worked okay to be in the middle. That one not so much. So we just move these. Move these around like that. I got a pretty decent looking thing there. All I need to do again is go front and add some spheres to it. Just 2 on either side, just a little bit smaller than the actual thing. And go top, and then we can do the old hemisphere stuff, eh? We can take smooth off and drag the hemisphere down apparently, which it's okay. So we'll just direct that to 0.6, and then we can actually move that into place like so. Then we get around to it's one of the few times that I have to keep on putting that back on. So that makes this really nice sphere. And this can be now dragged up. And you can attach these together. Like that. I've got 2 orbs. What we do is drag these along, drag them down. Can't exactly eyeball how far away they should be, but you know, you get a good assumption. I'm going to attach these two to these two, and then do exactly the same thing with. So that's a good way of telling how exact it is. Anyway, let's zero this out. And let's rotate this around again. I'm on my way. Misery and happiness today. How many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, so now these are all bent out of shape, which is why I don't really like centering. Doesn't usually do this, but you know, whatever, it's good enough. So the only thing I'm going to do to finish this episode is, whoops, just add a simple metal material to this, just to see how it looks. I'm also going to unwrap the UV, which is of course expected. I would make my own, but I'm not artistic really. I'm mechanically artistic, but artistic. All I need to do is get this, and let's attach all of these together. That's fine. I'm not really bothered about minute continuity like that. Not really continuity, it's just dipshittery. But of course I'm going to also, don't really know, add bars in here that should be okay. It's just bars that'll fill these gaps just to give it a bit of extra. So to do that, let's just get a box. Oop, F2, not F2. F3. And just drag it the size that we want it. And then we can rotate it in parallel to that. And it's just all we need to do is just make it, ooh, not that way, a bit longer, so we can do that, and then we can drag a second one down there. Then all we need to do is push them like that. Let's grab the other one and pull it as well, because I didn't do that in the first place. So it's fine having them two separate. With that done, now we can add all of these four together. Whoops, my finger slipped. What am I? Oh. So now we have 4. Should have 4 selected. I hope we do. Move that pivot align as well. I'm going to quickly, obviously, rotate these. Then I'm going to finish up for this episode, and then we work on the second one. Hey. if we do snap toggle it, it means we have to find the matching corners. This is the only reason angle snap is crap. Because it just doesn't work. So cancel that, take angle snap off, and just rotate it around. Just keep an eye on that things are obviously pushing through. That's off, is it? Just check. Yeah, it is. But it's, as you can see, it's really hard to rotate minute amounts like that. Wonderful. Wunderbar. So it turns out that I'm actually going to have to come back to you with this textured very loosely and then bars put in place. But for now, bye bye!